The governor of Florida recently banned trans women from being involved in sports with women in middle school and colleges. What do you think? Agree or disagree?
Well, I think he's a stupid and should die because trans women and men are the best thing that ever God created.
Keep telling yourself that, darling.
You guys, I took a pregnancy test.
I'm sure many of us are actually wondering why.
I thought something looked a little suspicious.
That is certainly not the only thing that's a little suspicious here.
But, yeah, I took a pregnancy test and it was positive.
Positive? Was it really? Well, I'm positive about something. I'm positive that's impossible.
I've been on hormones for around 3 years.
Been on hormones for about 3 years. Okay. Do those hormones now suddenly allow for individuals not born with them to grow a uterus?
And I knew that this was going to be able to eventually happen, and I'm super happy.
Grown-up man wants to play a pregnant woman. This is how far it has come in our society. Pathetic. They live in their dream world and behave like immature people. How is this behavior not treated like a mental condition? I do not really understand.
You target someone by attaching their name to your rape joke, that's okay.
Yeah, but I'm not inciting people. You are inciting people.
You're normalising.
Every single person I've spoken to about the things that you have said about me don't understand any of it. And if I just sit there and interrogate the people who are alleging things about me, I can just sit there and explain to them the context and they go, well, that's not very important, is it?
You're normalising this kind of language.
I'm normalising comedy because at this point comedy is under attack in this country. I'm being investigated for a joke. I can name other comedians who are being investigated for jokes. We have gone down a very dark path. As Orwell says, printed on the front of this building, if liberty is to mean anything at all, it must mean the right to tell people that which they don't want to hear. Do you stand by that or not? This is the BBC. Does the BBC stand by that or not?
Here are some comments from your social media pages.
Gotcha.
We need trans people. We love trans people. Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans people. Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans people. Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans people. We need trans people. We love trans people. Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans people. Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans people.
Stop it. Get some help.
What an immature behavior. If your statement is not based on arguments or figures, you can make a fool of yourself by repeating something over and over again and start screaming. To be honest, this technique can work. Propaganda works the same way. A lie is repeated over and over again. But you can repeat BS as often as you like. It still remains BS.
Should trans women be included in feminist conversations? How about in women's spaces?
Yes, they're women. What's the question? Trans women are women.
I want to come at this from the position of an athlete.
Oh, Jesus.
I play semi-pro basketball, semi-pro volleyball. So when it comes to athletic spaces, I don't think that trans women should be allowed into athletic spaces. As female athletes, we work so incredibly hard for the little opportunity there is in women's sports.
Would this be a barrier for you?
There's no barrier. There's less opportunity in some industries.
That's what a barrier is.
There's less. And so it's like you're going to take the little opportunity that we're given. And the problem is we can't compete. We can't. Like, I'm 6 foot. If I go up against a 6 foot guy and I play basketball with him, he's going to body me.
Have you tried confidence?
Eli, hold on, Minnie.
Sorry,
Eli.
confidence can't make me bench what a guy benches.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
So here's what I'm going to say to you. How old are you?
I'm 24.
I don't want to sound like your dad, but here's what I'm going to say to you. If you were 57, young man, right?
Yeah.
And you had a family and you had a mortgage and you had to go to work and you had an energy crisis that was about to cripple you financially, would you be sitting in a road or would you be slightly hacked off if these eco-zealots, or whatever you call them, were making it impossible for you to carry on with your job? I don't mean to be disrespectful in any way, I'm being honest. Every time I get somebody from Just Stop Oil, they're barely out of nappies. No disrespect. Why? You don't have any experience of the real world. It's just, it's a bunch of unwashed students giving it large. You're stopping people from going about their daily lives, man.
Unwashed. Okay. First of all, we have many age ranges. I've been arrested next to people who were 80.
You say that with pride. I've been arrested. Why?
Because this is the kind of action that we need to take. We are in a climate emergency. Do you not realize how important the situation is?
Yes, I do, but you're not going to like what I'm going to say. And you're going to say, I don't know what Steve says. We're in a climate emergency. There are people watching this who cannot pay their bills. They cannot heat their houses. They cannot feed their kids. And do you know what I'm going to say to you? Leave that a minute and concentrate what's happening now.
No, I'm not saying to leave that a minute. The cost of living crisis is very closely related to the climate crisis. We could be fixing both at the same time.
No, we
could
can't.
be insulating homes, which...
Really, this is going to work, guys. This is definitely going to work. Brilliant. What a brilliant idea. What do you mean just stop oil? All your stuff is made out of oil, you idiots. Your clothes, these jackets, they're all made out of oil.
Sensational.
I went onto the road and was arrested straight away without any warning. Constable Wilson arrested me after about half a dozen steps on the road. And I've got my grandson coming tonight. He's staying for the next 2 nights with Grandma and Grandad. And he told me when I saw him last week, the first thing he said to me was, Grandma, the fish in the pond are dying. He's 5. The fish in the pond are dying because it's too hot for them and they can't breathe. And I'm doing this for him. And now I've been arrested, illegally arrested. And I don't know what I'm going to do because he's at home with nobody to look. Well, my husband will be there. Grandad will be there. Thank you.
Illegally arrested. Yes, sure. Take responsibility for your actions. The law is based on facts and not feelings. And so is the punishment for your misbehavior. Your crocodile tears won't let you weasel out of this situation, lady.
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
You're telling me that I can put my butt cheeks on the internet for free, and that's going to stick it to the man? Free the nipple is an Instagram campaign? Oh yeah, he's going to be really upset, ladies, when you're naked on the internet. You're telling me that women are being taught to have multiple partners as some act of sexual freedom. Oh yeah, ladies, it's really going to suck when you tell men, I don't want a relationship, but I'll sleep with you for nothing because modern feminism says that that's good. It sucks. Oh, now I get to work just like a man, hours day in and day out. Dude, we were just cooking. I love cooking. Who fought for feminism, modern feminism? People keep thinking that these are things that women liked. And when you actually look at happiness, women are not happy anymore because we're being told that we still have to be a woman, but also be like a man. It shouldn't be like that.
Some people don't want to listen. They will feel the consequence at the right time. It's a shame how women lie to each other, how they construct a fairy tale in their mind. Life does not work this way. You will harvest what you have seeded, and it won't taste very good.
You said that people need this stuff so they can live happier lives, and potentially it'd be life-saving, you said even. Aside from your anecdotes of your friends who told you so, how do you know that?
Okay, so thinking back to when I was 16 in an anatomy class, when I learned that transgender people tend to have the brain structure that confirms their identity that they identify with. And you can look that up. That's a fact.
I will look that up.
Yeah, it's fact.
I will look that up and I won't find it.
Yeah.
It's not a fact.
Oh,
it's not a fact.
Should we all pull out Google really quick and look?
So you're saying a trans man has the brain of a woman?
No. I'm saying that a trans man who identifies as a man will tend to have similar brain structure that a cis man would.
And where did you get that from?
Look it up. It's literally, I'm telling you, I learned it from my anatomy class when I was 16. And I looked up the fact before I walked up here because I knew that you'd ask.
Okay.
Are you fucking dumb?
No, you said whites are the most violent and oppressive people.
Well, yeah.
That's what you said in your film.
And if you're going to go back
so that
to
would seem to me that
statistics point that out too.
Really? Well, the Chinese were massacring Chinese and other races long before they'd ever met a white person. Attila the Hun wasn't white. It's the same in the subcontinent if you go back hundreds of years as well. The genocide in Rwanda was black on black. So is the Congo, which is the capital of the world.
It's called congratulations, you played yourself.
Trans women allowed in beauty pageants, generally speaking?
They are. The question is, should they be allowed? And my answer is they should not. Absolutely not.
Why?
Because if you want to empower women, the way to do it is not demeaning women and belittling women by allowing men or biological men who became a woman to come into an industry like sports, like beauty pageants, come all dolled up plastic, beautiful men, by the way, and start dominating women's industries. That's the opposite of women's empowerment.
But I can understand not allowing trans athletes to compete with biological men and biological women. I can understand that. But a beauty pageant is all about look. It's not
For
about,
women.
Yeah, but it's not all about power and speed and strength. It's the look. And if the look is a woman, why would you object to that?
So yes and no. So being a judge, I can attest that a lot of it is the interview. And the interview comes from your life story and how as a woman you've evolved and you want to change the world. So if you grew up a man and you decided to become a woman, I don't think you have a true woman's feminine story. You don't know what period cramps feel like. I'm sorry. You don't know what it's like to walk down a stage, during that time of the month and really say, this is femininity. No, you're not. You are a man who identifies as a woman, and that's fine, but don't start coming into women's industries. Like, have a line, have a boundary. That's the problem.
Well said. I think she had the biological male in her mind who won a title under the Miss America organization called Miss Greater Dairy 2023. Ideological agendas are put in these competitions. For example, in Germany, a male won Heidi's Germany's Next Top Model show. This BS has to be stopped.